Hello, big beautiful world. Just a quick one today. We're going to take up the Bulldog, the Rara Avis Bulldog. And I know it's not of the era, but I have my reasons. So let's get up in the air. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Don't really need the runway because we're in the Bulldog. That's it, we're away. We're taking off out of Tempelhof, the 1935 scenery, Berlin, and we are still a lap around Berlin. So we're just going to go for a quick flight around 1935 Berlin, the Redwing scenery, because something arrived for me in the post today, something I've been waiting for. Frank Zappa's newest release, and I know he's been dead for 32 years, etc., 33 years, etc. But the Family Trust go on releasing albums, and they're of the highest quality, and they're very much in accordance with what old Frank wanted himself. And it's a great album, Funky Nothingness. It's for all of you Zappa freaks out there. It's from the post-Hot Rats, pre-Chunga's Revenge period, and it's 3 CDs of excellent guitar-y goodness. So, like I said, this is Tempelhof. We is just going to head east. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, we'll head east, out towards Karlsruhe, and then up to the inner city, and top out of squiz. So cool. Now there is a reason we're going up in this puppy, and that is because we've yet to see a Fokker Voda 61 or a Fokker Autogyro 61 in the simulator, and until we see a Fokker Autogyro 61 in the simulator, we're not likely to get anything like it except this Autogyro and the Dave Garwood's what is it, the James Bond Autogyro. But I figured we'd take this up because this is the 1935 scenery. And what has any of that got to do with the Zappa stuff? Well, you may ask. So this is the Redwing's 1935 scenery. We'll head north along the Spree, and forgive my pronunciation, I know nothing of Berlin, but we'll head up along the Spree, up towards the inner city, and then out towards Brandenburg Gate, Brandenburg Tor, then across Tiergarten, the old zoo station, and I'll refrain from doing my impression of U2's legendary classic zoo station from the album Achtung Baby back in 93, and you'll be very lucky I don't sing at all. So this should be the Karlsruhe Island coming up. There we go, little southern tip. Just going to poodle about up here nice and slow. So I figured, okay, so in the absence of a Fokker Gallus, we've got this puppy, and we've got the Berlin 1935 scenery from Redwings, and that's all very cool. And I want to determine something because, well, the fact that we've got Tempelhof is quite something, because we should, by that logic, we should also have Deutschlandhalle over off, what is it, Messerstraße or Bundesstraße 2 or something. So we're going to pass up over through Alexanderplatz, which with all the theoreticals. Should be here. Coming up just on our right hand side as we hit the bend. And it's going to be for all of you cats who have seen Babylon Berlin. You'll recognise it, hopefully we'll recognise it. So this is a year before the Olympics. 136 Olympics, and yeah, hopefully we're going to see the Deutsche Halle. And that's the Zappa tie-in. Zappa played there in a couple of times I think, but the big gig in '78 was quite controversial for him. Again, for all you Zappa / Bowie fans, because Adrian Belew, the guitarist he was working with, we picked up for that tour, for the German tour and the Baby Snakes tour, and so I would venture to say this is Alexanderplatz. Notorious for, during the war of course, the Gestapo, Sicherheitsdienst, the SD and the SS, etc. Now that would then make this, actually it is pretty gorgeous, eh? When it was all still a city of churches. That'll make this Tiergarten, the zoo, along here, the zoo station. Awesome. So cool. So cool. There's Brandenburg Tor, Brandenburg Gate, the entrance into the zoo station. So any of you followers who are watching this from Germany, please feel free to correct me at any point and shut me the hell up. So that's cool now. So there's a city full of famous things. Sorry guys, I'll just reset the bloody clipping. So, as I said, Zappa was touring here in '88, and David Bowie and Brian Eno happened to be along at one of the gigs, and they approached Adrian Belew after the show and stole him there and then. So Zappa was really pissed off with Adrian Belew, who is my favourite guitarist. And he was paying out on aid for the rest of the tour, but Bowie, of course, had already had Heroes out here, and I think he recorded Low here, and this is when still the dividing wall, which is sight unseen to a lot of these places from here anyway. But now, is it down here, or look, let's keep heading down here for a while. I think this is it K-Dam, Kurfürstendamm, or because that should be Große Wannsee down there, Notorious Wannsee. We're just looking, and I believe this will be I reckon that'll be it there. So that will be the Deutschlandhalle down there. That's where Zappa played. That's where that brings this aircraft into play. That's where Hannah Reich, the famous Nazi pilot, flew a Focke-Wulf 61 indoors at the Deutschlandhalle back in 36, maybe 38. And that would have taken quite a feat. I mean, that was quite a feat of piloting, a phenomenal feat of piloting, even by today's standards. So yeah, it's quite incredible. So it looks like they've still got the original Olympic ring, like Olympic stadium setup from 36, which is really cool. Quite incredible. And of course, none of the Nazi accoutrements, which is perfectly fine by me. Very cool. This thing's great to shoot about in. Awesome. Gold. So that's about that. We'll head back over the Deutschlandhalle. So yeah, the album Funky Nothing, or 3-album set, Funky Nothingness, sounds freaking excellent, if I might say so. So how the hell did I just tie all of that in? Adrian Belew, Frank Zappa, Deutschlandhalle, Olympic Stadium circa 1936 Olympics. There we go. Would have made a hell of a tourist guide in another lifetime if somebody had given me an autogyro to work with. Alexanderplatz, Fürstendamm, Tiergarten, Brandenburg Tor, all the good things. I would have loved to have seen that Zappa gig, that's for sure. Quite incredible. Yeah, so the Redwing's 1935 German Berlin scenery. Well, Berlin, I think the city itself is part of the Germany scenery as opposed to the Tempelhof edition. I think where's Potsdam? Potsdam's down that way, I think. Southwest. So all pretty cool, all pretty quite stunning. See if we can get a bit closer to the Brandenburg Gate. Oh, Life's Grand Adventure. What was that famous Walter Gropius building? Europa House. Where's that? I think that's up around Alexanderplatz as well. It's really impressive. So cool. Yeah, really quite stunning. Is that the old Reichstag? Or is that up around the back of Alexanderplatz as well? Neato. Alright, let's get the flock out of Dodge. I was speaking to a couple of German mates. Actually, they're Oz, but they've lived in Germany so long they may as well be German. And they were talking about the architectural divide still that exists between the East and the West. Because, you know, with the fall of the wall, etc., Berlin is still yet to catch up from a developer's perspective, and so a lot of the real estate from old East Berlin is still intact, so and in fact fully restored. They've got that whole civic pride thing happening, arguably uniquely Teutonic civic pride. But of course the West has all been done up and, you know, to a certain extent in decay, decline, or remodelling or reworking. Whereas a lot of the stuff from East Berlin is still intact remarkably. So definitely on my bucket list to get over there and hang about over that way. I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out there? You know, the Bowies and the, well, not necessarily the Nick Caves, but yeah, the famed city. Bring around. We can put her practically anywhere. Being young, free and decadently Western the way we all are. Alright, let's plonk her down. See if we can just balance her out and let her come in, fly herself down. Always my famous last words, as you all know. Such a cool little vehicle to get about in. Goofy madness. Such neat excellence. I think that's about it, Big Beautiful World. That's all I wanted to do, make some bizarre tangential tie-in for Zappa and this critter and 1935, 1936 Berlin, and just talk shit as usual, I think. Alright, Big Beautiful World, stay safe, stay sane, and I will park right here. Catch you later. Bye.